Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore and
the Critshow. Wait. You want me to do lifting already? I'm just here.
Just a sexy, like.
Listen, I've been catching up on your show, and I'm mimicking the noises Abdul makes during your recaps.
Oh, I appreciate that. For verisimilitude, it's important to keep the listener engaged in the ecosystem.
Gaslighting Shawn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Spout Lore guarantee. Shawn will feel less sure about himself by the end of this episode. This is a very exciting time. We've got a special, somebody help me out here, a special partnership to announce.
A crossover of sorts.
A crossover.
Yeah. Like when you were a kid, if you watched the Flintstones meet the Jetsons, this is how I pitched this idea to Abdul.
What? Yeah, with the 65, 70-year-old special TV event of the Flintstones and the Jetsons.
Honestly, It was the right move for Rev, because as soon as I started editing this podcast, I stopped consuming media. So I don't know anything that happened after 2018.
That's perfect. It's like the Flintstones meets the Jetsons, but with your favorite RPG actual play podcasts,
which is
Spout Lore
and
the Critshow.
I'm probably going to cut that out that I did that.
What do we need? What specifically do we need to go over? I think the idea of a crossover is pretty clear.
Well, I mean, the big thing is that this is the first episode.
Yes.
And it's on your feed.
It is on our feed.
Yes.
So that means that the first episode that you're hearing right here on Spout Lore is the first episode of a 6-episode, 3-week release event.
Holy shit. 6 episodes in 3 weeks?
That's it's borderline too much.
It's borderline 2 episodes a week. Borderline.
And if you want the whole story, that means that you need to start here and then go over to the Critshow feed for the next step in the story.
Yeah, because right now, at the same time that this episode is live, episode 2 is live on our feed.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me, Rev, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold. Slow your roll, Rev.
This baby can hold so many crossovers.
You're telling me that I don't just get 1 crossover episode this week. Mm-mm. I get 2 whole crossover episodes.
Correct.
And I have to go to your feed to do it, Rev?
That is the piper's price. That's what you've got to pay to get the second part of the episode.
Now you are reaping what thou hast sown. I I've heard some crossovers, but what I like about our crossover is that depending on what world the game takes place in, the game is GM'd by either myself or Rev.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And meaning that Rev and I trade off as both GM and player throughout the crossover, which I think is pretty cool.
Who do you play, Shawn?
Yeah.
Should I say?
Oh, is it? Maybe it's a spoiler.
It might be.
Okay.
Kind of. I'm super excited about it because, as I said, I think I'm one of the few people who love this character.
Thank you. Thank you, Rev.
Love him.
Some respect, finally.
Respect you.
It sounded like you said I don't respect you. But maybe that's what I heard Rorschach style. I just heard you say don't.
So this one, what you're about to hear is the first episode on our feed. If you want to get to the second episode, which is live right now, like Rev said, go to the Critshow feed and get that second episode. It's really funny, and links are in the show notes to that.
So it's a pretty normal day. Let's say it's, early afternoon in the city of McCall in the neighborhood of Cliffside, where you all live on Abu Deeb Road. You're sitting around the cafe table beneath the apartment that Perel lives in, just kind of having a regular lunch day talking about ways that Perel can sneak his way into the McCall library. And he's like, all right, so I've exhausted all of the upfront ways that I can do this. They keep saying no. I think I have to go the disguise route now. So what do you think about this? And he reaches under the table and he puts on a huge floppy hat with like a connected mustache that is like bright red. He's like, eh?
So your plan is to get somebody else to wear that, so it's such an intense distraction, they don't notice you sneaking in dressed as something completely different, right?
Okay, I'm going to try another one. And he throws that one under the table and puts on a big tall top hat. And as he's describing this hat to you, you hear down the street a commotion begin. Voices start to pick up. And you notice that the clouds rolling over Abu Deeb Road have gotten kind of gray and concerning looking. And then you hear what sounds like some sort of massive foghorn down the road go off a few times and a huge crash.
Do you want me to do that, or did you can use our imaginations, or
give me a foghorn?
Ooh.
And that's exactly what it sounds like. Moments before there is a huge crash and people screaming down the street. What do you do?
fucking run the other way?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I grab my snacks because I'm gonna need them probably.
Are you guys running away from?
Guys, yeah, we gotta run away from this obvious narrative offer. We can't engage with it. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I was starting to run towards it. I think I just got confused.
What if it's the storm, the eye of the storm catching up with me? That I am not in any way ready to be responsible for all that havoc.
I start chasing Billy to get him back from this obvious calamitous event.
Okay, I'll follow suit.
And you run down the street and you turn the corner where you see this like knot of people all gathered. And it looks like through the front of a row of buildings, some huge object has crashed. It looks like it's probably 20 to 25 feet long. It looks like it's got some wheels. It's some sort of huge enclosed cart. There are windows all along the side, and there looks like there's a few people inside, like disoriented and trying to get out of the windows.
Are they tinted windows?
No, they're totally clear. And these people look scared and confused, and they are dressed in a way that is very disorienting to you three as well. And on the front, there's like a flashing sign and words scrolling by. And you are surprised that you're able to read this, but the words say 13 Raymond Street.
We can read it?
Yeah.
I'm going to run up and jam my spear in the door and try and jaws of life open the thing. Hold on, we'll get you out of there as soon as we can. Stay back, citizens.
And Tuck runs up and he starts just, like slashing tires, cutting wheels, just in case it is dangerous in some way, just to get the jump on harming it, just in case.
Okay, great.
Billy's going to ingratiate himself to this thing in case it's sentient. So he goes to the front of it and I have my baklava, obviously. And I say, greetings, 4-in-1, wherever you come from the spirit world. I wish to welcome you here to me and my family in this great land.
And everybody who's shopping in McCall Square like kind of looks at him like, what? Sorry, excuse me?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of shopping going on as people start to gather around this huge object. And Billy, as you implore this beast from some mysterious place, 2 amber lights, almost like eyes, start to blink on the front.
And Billy screams and runs behind Tuck.
Ving, you're about to jimmy the window that you see helping these people out. And then probably halfway down the block, another thing that you see careen out of the sky slams into a street corner.
Oh my God.
And this one is kind of tall and looks like it's made out of bent rent metal. And there are more words on the front that you can, again, clearly read, except for Billy, illiterate as he currently is. And these words say, "Welcome to Indianapolis."
Indian what?
At this moment, Billy, you feel some sort of current similar to how you felt at the eye of the storm, that sort of convergence of energies, but in a much lighter way, dragging you, imploring you, guiding you towards a door.
Towards a door?
Yeah, in a building just across the street.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to follow it. I don't tell Ving or Tuck because I'm stupid, so I just walk towards it.
And Tuck and Ving, you hear Pearl go, hey, Billy's...
Not now. We're doing business.
No, and he grabs your shoulder and he turns you around and points at Billy, who's like wandering almost trance-like across the street to what looks like a door with a silver doorknob.
And Tuck turns back to the bus. It's obviously a bus. He turns back to the bus. He doesn't know it's a bus. He does not know it's a bus. But he turns back to the bus and he says, "I'll be back in a bit to deal with you." And then he screams at the people inside, "I'll save you in a bit from being eaten by this giant metal machine." And then he runs after Billy.
And Billy arrives at this door. Rev, could you describe kind of the door and its significant features?
The door looks completely normal. It's just a simple wooden door, but the doorknob in it is silver and ornate, and it's the thing that is kind of giving off this magic aura to you.
Should we steal that doorknob?
I think so. It's like it's talking to me.
Perel is crouched down in front of it like Indiana Jones. He's got hands on either side, gently putting his fingers towards the knob.
Is he going to kiss it?
Is he going to suck it?
If that's what it takes. This could be the key. This could be the key to get me into the Margani library. Billy, what do you notice? And he reaches down and picks up Billy and kind of waves him in front of the doorknob.
Right.
Billy, what do you feel?
I feel so much energy, I assume, coming from this. I could taste it. Just
No, Billy.
dangle me closer.
That's dangerous.
Yes, Ving. Let me taste it.
Perel moves Billy closer to the doorknob.
I lick it.
Oh my God,
Yep.
I'm so hesitant to allow this.
It's fine. It's good for his immune system.
What
Tastes
does it
like
taste?
money.
It tastes like money?
Yeah, like coins.
Yeah, it tastes like money and it feels like a home that you've long since left.
Oh, wow.
And with this gentle lick, it starts to turn and the door opens inward. And let's cut over to you.
So the four of you find yourselves in the Inn That Wanders, the interdimensional tavern ran by your favorite giant goblin Trog. He has asked the four of you to come here today because someone tried to leave the Inn That Wanders earlier using their doorknobs, and they couldn't leave. So I think we find the four of you just standing around the door, and Trog is holding a doorknob. Yeah, it's the strangest thing. They put it in, they turn it, open it up, nothing's there.
So when you called us here to come
Yeah.
in and help with this,
Yeah.
did it occur to you that we may not be able to leave as well?
Well, no, because like other people could leave. It was just that guy over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
not like a
specific
lot of people, just this guy. Little guy in glasses waves. He's got a sword on his belt.
Okay, well, thank God. That's bizarre. I'm going to go over to that guy.
Yeah, you walk over and he's just sitting there eating lunch still because he's got an extended lunch now.
I'll ask him, can I see your doorknob?
Oh, yeah, of course. Here you go. And he hands it to you.
Yeah, I want to take it and look it over and see if like I can read any magic coming off of it or if it seems inert or what.
It does seem like it still has magic on it, but it's not as strong as the magic that you read coming off of like the one that you have.
I mean, it's doing something, but it's not doing its job.
Do these things need to like recharge or something?
Oh, I don't know. As far as I'm aware, they just work because, magic and stuff.
Yeah.
This hasn't ever happened before?
No. Anybody who's come through using one of the doorknobs, they've been able to head back home whenever they like.
Kind of a sour thought here, but is it possible that something happened to this guy's world and it's just not there anymore to go to?
Oh, you're the investigators. That's why I brought you in.
Okay, I guess I'm asking the room.
The guy is just weeping as you say that.
Oh, no.
Just instantly from chill extended lunch to just misery incarnate.
Hey, you didn't like where you came from very much, right?
Oh,
Tell us about your prior home.
my family. All my things.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
don't-
I'm also from a world that got completely erased. So,
Wait, what? My world was erased.
No, we don't know that. I like put a hand just like on his face.
Yeah.
Calm him down.
He leans into it. He's like, "Oh, that feels nice."
It is. He's got good hands.
yeah, very, very good.
Let me palm you like a basketball. Shh.
I mean, it sounds weird with one of us trying somebody else's door, but I want to take it and just go try it myself and see what it looks like when this happens.
All right. So you take his doorknob over and you put it in the exit to the inn that wanders, and you turn it. And the door does open, but it opens into nothingness. There's just a void on the other side.
Oh, that makes my spine shake. I don't like this. What happens when I touch it?
Touch the void.
Yeah.
Roll act under pressure.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was just going to give you some information, but I think there's a danger here.
You fucked up, dude.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a 10.
All right. So you reach in and you feel it starting to like pull at you. Those of you looking at Tass as he reaches in, you see almost like the color starts to be pulled from his fingertips. And like he starts to get really long, like in a movie where someone is like sucked into the television, and he pulls back.
Ooh, didn't like that at all.
Oh, no. Let's not do that anymore.
I'm going to grab a cup from one of the tables and toss it through.
It vanishes,
Oh, no.
and it crumples as it goes.
Trog's like my favorite cup.
I have my medicine in it.
My son made that for me in pottery class.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut that and take the knob out.
I think that as you're all standing around looking, if someone wants to investigate a mystery,
Oh, I'd love to.
yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that is a 7.
Okay, so you get a hold one.
Well, I'm going to use the question that I can ask for free.
Yeah.
What happened here?
So the thing that happened here is the magic is still working on this doorknob, but what was said earlier is correct. It seems that this magic is weakened because that world simply doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, no. Okay. Where did it go? It being the world?
Yeah. You've seen Tass put his hand in and start to get like sucked in. You saw Megan throw the very cherished cup in and it be destroyed. And you get the very clear impression that this world has been drained, that something has siphoned whatever it is that makes it a world out of it, and now it is just a void.
Oh, dear. Whatever made this world a world, doesn't exist anymore.
Called it.
Yep.
I want to go over to the guy who's stranded here, I guess. Can you tell me about where you came from? Like, was there anything special about it? I mean, I guess if it's part of your world, you might not necessarily think it's special if it's different, but just, I don't know, tell me where you're from.
My family, my life was special. What do you mean?
Hold on. What is wrong with you two? This is the most indelicate presentation.
No, I just mean, like, if something is normal in your universe, you're not going to think it's weird because it's your normal. You're not going to think it's different from, like, we don't compare how we live to how anything else might live in the world.
Yeah, like, we have daylight savings time.
Yeah, you have anything bullshit like that?
Oh, like you get to save up hours of daylight and use them when you want, so you just get like a free day?
You'd think that.
Sadly, no.
It's like that, but worse.
Yeah.
So like, did I like anything weird? Is that what you mean? Did I notice anything unusual in my
Yeah,
world,
like did anything seem out of the ordinary before you came here? Do you often leave and come to the inn?
Yeah, I come here whenever I can to have a meal. But no, nothing seemed out of place. And I think at this point, Tass has closed the door. Kim, this would be a good time for a beginning of mystery move.
Sure. Oh, 14.
As Tass closes this door, Kim, all of a sudden you are overcome with this vision. And in this vision, you can very clearly see the place that you have started to call home. You see downtown Indianapolis, but it's flickering in and out. And every time it flickers out, you see this other world of stone buildings and high trees and big ships. And it's like these two places are trying to exist together at the same time. And then they do for a brief moment. And then there is nothing. And as this vision washes over you, in front of you, Tass, the door to the Inn That Wanders opens. And you see on the other side, well, describe. Who do they see standing on the other side of this door?
Well, first they see a kind of bald middle-aged man in capri pants and a light floral robe holding what looks to be a small baby by the scruff of his shirt, like a lantern. And let's describe the other characters. Give them a little taste of what they look like.
They see like a 7 foot tall, 5 foot wide, 3 foot deep.
That deep measurement was the hardest one to get.
I got stabbed pretty bad one time, and then I was able to get it from that one. Barbarian, tall. He's wearing just like kind of a loin cloth, a loin guard, and boots, and these leather wrist straps on. And he's holding a giant axe that's made out of burnished gray metal with like an amethyst spike on it. And he's bald of head and brown of skin. And he has a giant beard. He looks like me.
But 3 feet deep.
He looks like me, but if I was wearing this loincloth and carrying a giant axe, and also was 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be the fish islands, but I wouldn't have pegged you for 7 foot tall, 3 foot deep.
And he's got a little backpack on. Like one of those workout backpacks that you see bros wear. The front is like made of strings, and it's like a little bag on the back. And he also has a tree tattoo on this arm, and he's actively in the motion of smashing the doorknob off.
What about Ving? What does Ving look like?
He's got wild hair, gray hair, wavy hair, gills here on the side like Kevin Costner, but lower. Flaps everywhere of merino wool and leather, like somebody at Shambhala that's been stuck, like consecutive Shambhala. And a spear with a trident on the end and a saffron rope. A moss-covered hand with amethyst going up halfway, and then a cave of amethyst in his chest with little things in it, like trinkets, like shiny things. There's change in it currently. You found a bunch of toonies, Macallan toonies, and some red tabs. And I think that's probably it. Very kind eyes.
Oh, Billy is, I think, 2 feet tall, 2 feet wide, very spherical, little redhead rosacea baby. Not actually a baby, but he's like 8 years old or something like that. He's got some sort of like piece of cloth that he's fashioned into a toga-ish breezy outfit. His boots on, lots of things tucked into little pockets and throwing daggers hanging off of him. And he's got his little raccoon skin cape / hood on.
And what do they all see looking back at them?
In bewilderment is me, not physically any different, just about 5'8", brown hair, bearded guy in a burnt black leather jacket. It looks like it's been smoldered or taken some sort of fire damage, and sort of old charred dress pants. And I've got 2 little nubs of horns coming up under my hair there, just right on the forehead.
And next to him is a guy who is about 6'3" and wearing a white Henley and holding what looks like a magic rod that is kind of crackling with electric energy. Who is just kind of head cocked to the side, perplexed at the lantern baby in particular.
You see a 5'5" woman with blue hair, a black and white striped shirt, and overalls with some black and white Converse. I've suddenly forgotten anything that I have on my person.
Hands?
Nope. You see that she has a necklace that's a hummingbird skull and a salt shaker in one hand.
And standing next to the bar, not looking at any of you, because she's not looking at anything, because her eyes are filled with this bright white light, is a young woman, 4'11", with long, like, silver blonde hair, and she's wearing a long-sleeved black dress, and around her neck is a necklace with all of the phases of the moon, and she is staring off into space while her hands are shuffling and then dealing a set of tarot cards.
And next to the three standing in front of the door is like a 6.5 foot tall. It looks like a ogre, but its features are very goblin-esque. And he's wearing a big chef's hat, and he's got a stained apron.
Can I smash the doorknob off? I really am.
Yeah.
Can I roll to do that?
Go ahead. Roll, defy danger strength.
11. The whole door comes off.
How destructible are the portals to the Inn That Wanders?
So the doorknob is just like a normal doorknob. Like he could take it off.
He could, yeah.
Yeah, and then the door would just go inert.
Oh, the door would go inert. What happens if the doorknob's removed while the door's open?
Phenomenal question. Let's find out together.
Okay. Tuck, you bring Larry, Terry, and Chad. That is the name of Tuck's axe, Larry, Terry, and Chad. Down in kind of a diagonal wood chopping angle and just smash the bottom half of the door off. And the doorknob comes off and rattles and rolls across the floor, landing at your feet.
In this moment, as the doorknob gets broken off, there is a magical glow around the door, and there's a very quick and sudden vacuum sensation. Which direction do we think this vacuum goes? Does it suck? Which direction do people get sucked?
Don't ask me that.
Yeah. Everybody say which their favorite direction to get sucked is. Off or on? Which one?
Oh, I was going to say I'm an innie, but that's...
Oh, stage left.
I feel like we're in the central location. I think this is like the window being blown out and you get sucked out a window kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So there's this brief moment as the magic in the Inn That Wanders flares up, and all four of you and Trog suddenly very violently get sucked towards the door. Trog puts his hands up and like catches himself, but the other four of you get sucked through and the door slams behind you. As the four of you get sucked through this temporarily broken door, you get this familiar sensation of energy washing through you and your body shifts. You've all been through this at least once where you start to take on the energies of the world you're being thrown into. So here are your new playbooks. And actually, while you're all tumbling through the air, Kim is still in the middle of her vision. And Kim, I believe you have a question about the mystery that you get to ask. Let's ask that question before you shift playbooks.
Yeah. What's the best way to protect the victims?
The best way to protect the victims, and the victims being...
Indianapolis.
Yeah. Would be to stop these two worlds from combining.
Okay.
That something is causing these two worlds to try to occupy the same space, and you have to stop that. Why don't the four of you let me know what are your new playbooks?
In a massive departure from the spell slinger, I am now playing the wizard.
I'm playing one that's brand new to me. I haven't seen this one before, and I'm super intrigued by this. I'm playing the Visitor.
Ooh.
Dipping back into the last character I played when we did Dungeon World, I'm the Scion again.
My first time playing Dungeon World, but I started in Urban Shadows playing the Oracle, then moved to Monster of the Week playing the Seer, and now I'm back in Dungeon World, once again playing a playbook called the Oracle. Here I am.
Okay, that's awesome. And all of these changes take place very quickly as you hit the dirt on a dusty, sunny street. Kim, I believe you are coming out of a trance.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're all kind of picking yourself up off the ground. Commotion all around you. What do you do?
Whoa, okay. I'm looking back towards the door.
It looks like it's closed and now it is knobless.
And Tuck is holding the knob, and he's waking up from because he got sucked off so hard, he went halfway down the street.
Sometimes you black out.
Yeah, who sucked us off?
What happened? Oh no. Are we still in Indianapolis? Am I too late? Wait, who are all these people?
Hi everybody. I don't know. I don't think we're in Indianapolis, but I'm sure looking at a crashed fucking red line bus right here.
Well, I don't care about the sort of destruction we have in town. It may be very scary, but is no time for curse words. There's children here. Let's try and keep it clean while we figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, our fucking kid is 8, okay?
I look down at my overalls that are now this familiar, like, beetle armor, and I look at Jake and Tass. Oh, yeah, we're definitely in another world. I think maybe we're in one of Nash's worlds again? This is the same thing as last time.
I'm just looking down at my regular ass clothes in confusion.
Rev, in the vision that I had of the worlds combining, does this look like the world that was combining with Indianapolis?
It does.
Oh, no. No, I had a vision where this world combined with our world, and then both of them stopped existing.
Perel picks himself up off the ground out of the smashed barrel that he was thrown into. And he says, I'm sorry, did you say you had a vision?
Yeah, I can see the future.
And he looks at that Tuck, Billy, and Ving and goes, does anybody else shocked by that?
What I'm shocked by is this guy's T-shirt, and I point at Tass, and he's wearing a Guns N' Roses T-shirt, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. What is this?
What is
are
guns?
Guns N' Roses? What's a gun? This is amazing.
Well, if you don't have roses here, we'll cross that. But this is a gun, and I pull out my shotgun.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
We'll talk about that, though, and I will sing you some tunes as we go. But it's sounding like... Okay, let me back up. We were just in kind of a central nexus universe sort of pocket dimension. Jesus, this isn't a good place to start, is it?
Perel has his hands on his head. He's
Other
just like,
worlds exist.
Otherworld, yeah, thank you. Kim, other worlds exist, and we just talked to a dude whose world stopped existing, and according to Kim, that's happening here?
Yes.
Wait a second, you're not wizards, are you?
Oh, fuck. Are you wizards?
I mean, it's totally cool if you are.
Legally, you have to tell us.
Otherwise, it's entrapment.
Yeah.
It's just that you could be in a lot of danger if you are wizards.
Jake just standing there with his pointy hat and his staff.
His glowing staff.
No. Nobody said anything about a pointy hat. I throw it on the ground and start like stamping on it. Yeah, I think I kind of like hold up my hands and like feel if I've still got magic in me, and I do, and I'm like, I might be a wizard. I'm something adjacent to a wizard, probably.
is there some sort of, when you move your hands to check your magic, is there like some sort of effect that takes place?
He pulls a quarter out of his ear.
What? I go, let me check. And I reach into my mouth and I pull out a whole deck of cards.
Perel faints on the spot. This skinny, pallid, middle-aged man with his like shaved head just goes down in the street. Gone.
I think like as I kind of wiggle my fingers, there's like a little dance of flame across them. And I'm like, ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've definitely got magic. Does that make me a wizard here?
Yes. We're going to have to disguise you.
Why?
And the answer takes place in the form of this growing crowd of people that are like they were piled around the bus and now they're swarming around all of you. People are starting to jostle, trying to get close, looking at the people that, even for a place like McCall, which is a very like cosmopolitan fantasy city with like a huge population, you all look fucking weird.
And you hear somebody go like wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah, there's the name, the word is kind of coursing through the crowd, and you get the idea that you might want to take this somewhere more private for a second.
And you also hear someone go, "Someone call the light guard!"
Do it.
Do we need a little crowd control? I think we need a little crowd control here.
Yeah, can you use your gun to control the crowd? Is that what it does?
I could do that. I think I've got an idea. And I'm going to step up to this growing crowd and fumble around in my jacket pocket. And I'm going to pull out an item and address the crowd.
Okay.
And to the people that wouldn't know what this is, it's a kind of a large cube. And on one side, it's got 5 little red buttons. And on another side, it's got 3 little cog-like cranks. And on another side, it's got kind of a spinning dial. And on the top, it has kind of a flat button. And I'm going to hold it up and say, "I'm sorry, everybody. Everyone, please. We've got the situation under control. We figured out that there's some sort of magic event coming from this item, but we're going to dispose of it. We just need you all to leave the area quickly so that we can dispose of this without anyone coming to any more harm. Please back away." As I'm like clicking the little buttons on my fidget cube.
Yeah, this is a fidget cube. I was just going to...
I thought you were describing a boppet at first.
That he always has.
I always have my boppet.
He produces from his pocket a boppet.
A pocket boppet. Everyone, we're here from 1989, and we're very excited to show you.
Someone in the crowd's like, "I haven't seen one of those in summer camp." Okay, so what is the move that you're using here?
I'm going to try to use pocket junk to lie about the worth of this item and see if they believe me.
Okay, give me a 2d6 plus charisma.
Okay. 8.
8. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, someone asks you to prove your claims, and like an old man with a shawl and a cane hobbles forward, and he goes, "That's not if that's so magical. You know what? I don't think that's magic at all. I think you're just a bunch of weirdos. How are we supposed to believe that's magic when wizards haven't existed in almost 100 years?"
Great point. Here, let me pick up this random piece of wood and metal that I've found and touch it to the magic item and see if it changes it. And I'm going to take my shotgun and tap it to the fidget cube. And then hold the gun aloft and pull the trigger into the air. And then start screaming.
All right. So I believe that is going to cost you an ammo. I'd say that if you spend an ammo, I'll allow this.
Absolutely.
And you hold your shotgun into the sky. And Billy, Tuck, and Ving, you all see this as well. This strange man in the Guns N' Roses t-shirt is holding like a couple pipes of metal with a wooden handle into the air. And he moves his hand and there's an explosion, like an ear-shattering explosion. And the people in the crowd scatter screaming.
Oh, man.
That's the loudest pepper grinder I've ever seen.
Yeah, Billy goes and jumps into one of the barrels that Perel was hiding in.
And yeah, you have some time as all of these people run off. Tuck and Ving, what is your reaction to this explosion?
All the seagulls and moths in the area are screaming, "What the fuck is that?" And everyone's freaking out. And I'm like, I don't know what it was, but everybody just get out of here, because he just shot a bird. So I'm trying to get this bird. He winged a bird, and I'm trying to nurse the bird back to health in the street.
You hear the seagulls and pigeons going, "He shot Fred! Get everybody fucking run! Somebody tell Fred's wife!"
As everybody's like panicking and starting to flee, I want to turn to these strangers who seem to know where we are, to like Tuck and be like, "Okay, where should we be going here while we have a distraction?"
Okay, we got to get back to our apartment because, dude, there's a pretty fucking intense organization called the Church of the Flame that if they fucking find you, they'll slit your throat pretty hard. So we should go back to our 1-bedroom apartment that we share with another guy.
Okay, so things aren't that different on this world, I guess.
Yeah.
So you guys, I assume somebody picks up the fainted Perel in a bundle. And you all hustle.
After debating it for a bit.
His skin and bones is all piled up. And let's say for expediency's purposes, on the way to the apartment, there's a lot of whispered, I'm Tuck, I'm Billy, I'm Tass, I'm Kim. So, we don't have to go through the my name is this and that. And you all, about 5 to 10 minutes later, burst through the door of a 2-bedroom condo.
And Tash is doing push-ups from his knees. Gosh.
And he's really trying really hard to control his breathing. So it doesn't sound like he's like panting with breath, but he's sweating pretty hard. And when you guys come in, he jumps up to his feet and he starts kind of dusting himself off and sees 4 extra people. What? Hi, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. These are just some cool friends that we met at the cafe, and we're just going to party in our room.
Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, I guess I didn't know that you were going to have friends over, and it's something that maybe considerate roommates would do is let their other roommate know. But, I'm just going to be doing my own thing, so don't worry about me.
Yeah, I would invite you, but I didn't get enough wine and cheese. So
Billy has wine and cheese now. He stole some wine and cheese on the way over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry to impose. Like there's an emergency. There's a bus.
And he's looking at the 4 of you, taking it all in, and then he just walks through a door and closes it behind him.
Oh, he's that roommate. Sorry.
So you have roommates in your world, huh?
Yeah. Some things are universal. I think I'm that roommate.
I'm nodding quietly from behind him.
And you have the condo to yourself. What are you all doing?
Sorry, what were you guys saying about there are other worlds and our world might not exist?
Yeah. Okay. So, your world, what is this world called?
Yeah. Go on.
What is this world called? That's a great...
Fantastic. Cool. Great.
They say a name and you're like, wow, that is a great and really well thought out name that sounds like it has weight and history behind it.
It does, yeah. All right, so this world and the world where the 4 of us come from, I had a vision. I can see the future. And in this vision, I saw both of the worlds like overlapping each other, like that thing that we saw out there, like a bus showing up in your world. Like I saw them sort of overlapping each other, and then both of them stopped existing.
Do all your visions come true? Is this for certain to come to pass?
This will come to pass if we don't act in a way to stop it, is the best way that I can describe it. This is a possible future if we do nothing.
Where were you guys? Like, what the fuck is this? And then he holds up the shattered half. He took the whole half of the door that came up. It's like, what's this? Why did this do? Why did this suck us off into the street?
Yeah, there's this whole series of worlds, right? But our friend that you saw a glimpse of made it into kind of a nexus that people can go to from any world, and he throws these doorknobs just out into the ether so that people can find them and make their way to him and come and have his food and have a place to rest and relax and maybe see other worlds. It's really kind of amazing. So that knob is one of those that, in theory, would be able to try to get back to the inn. I don't know, though, because the door's broken.
Yeah, but it looks like you took kind of the whole door with you. So can we just take this knob off and put it on another door and get back?
I don't know. I don't know what happens to the inside door. You know what I mean? It was open when he broke it. So, is the inside indoor messed up? I don't know.
Yeah, but time is weird in the inn, right? And I don't know how much time that we have, but I'm worried if we go back to where we came from, then this world and our world aren't going to exist anymore.
Can we spell lore about this knob or something? Sorry.
Yeah, totally.
Great, I got 5 plus my wisdom is 7.
Oh, okay. So interesting, but not useful. Something that you find interesting, the more you look at this doorknob, which is, you're saying, Rev, they're very ornate with like a very silvery sheen.
Yeah.
Something about this knob reminds you a lot of the waning knife and the silver bracer that Tuck took from the Tomb of Lillian. And you think that this might be similar, if not identical, to lunar steel in its construction. How that factors into the fact that this mid-range, family-friendly inn/restaurant is able to pass between realms. You're not sure. But it does appear to have some sort of spiritual-ish resonance.
You guys mind if I hang on to this? Yes. I need to spend some time with it.
Yeah, just please do not lose it. That's probably our only ticket back.
No problem. And he puts it in one of his back flaps, and you hear it hit the ground and roll away. Hey, no, I've moved my flap on the other side. That hardly ever happens.
Puts it in the right pocket.
So do you guys travel between worlds like on a regular basis? Like, is this your job or what the fuck is your deal?
Kinda.
They do. This is kind of like my second time going to a different place than the one that I'm ordinarily from. But these three, they're like old pros at it.
Yeah, we've done like 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we done 4?
Man, it all starts to like jumble together. It's like very episodic, and I kind of get it out of order.
Enough that I think you could safely call it our job. Yeah, and our other job is like saving universes. So this seems just fully up our alley.
Perel gets up and walks to the bathroom.
Hear him vomiting.
Vomiting and then sobbing. Like, you know, the vomit sob? You guys all remember the vomit sob, remember?
Yeah, I was in college.
From college?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. It's not often you hear a confusion vomit. Usually it's like a sorrow or a rage vomit. This one is a confusion vomit.
Oh, it sounds like Tim the Toolman Taylor, yeah. Let's go ask the neighbor.
That got me pretty good.
Was there anything about your vision? Anything else? Is there a way to go back to the vision? Can you have a second vision? Can you share your vision?
Oh, wow. That's a lot of questions. No, I don't think I can go back to that specific one. I can't share it. So really, yeah, all the questions you just asked, I believe the answers are no.
Damn.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What about this guy? This guy with the gun. Will the gun solve this problem? Guns solve all problems, right?
Oh! It solved that problem in the street.
It depends. And no, the usage of I'm not qualified for this talk with you people right now.
You people.
Great. Now let's put a super hot take on the mic right now.
Listen, if our problem has something to do with ceilings, we're gonna rule, okay? Otherwise, I don't know. But I don't know. What do we think we want to do here? Like, go back and look at the crash where the stuff from our place came through?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If there was something that affected these certain things that came through, maybe there's, I don't know, some kind of magical residue left on them that'll give us some idea of why things are overlapping. But if these worlds are colliding or for some reason these worlds are blinking out, like, I don't know, I play Kingdom Hearts. This doesn't seem like it's going to end well for anybody. And we don't know, like, the capacity in which this is happening.
I do an aside. So in our world, we make tinier worlds that we can manipulate its peoples to our will.
Tass, we're going to be here all day if we're trying to explain the plot of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, though. Okay, I'll start at the beginning.
Fuck me. We did just leave a bus full of strangers from our world, though, just kind of back with a mob.
Shit.
So, yeah, let's go back there.
Let's go back to the wreckage.
Yeah. Let's go back to where we got sucked off and look for a residue. Who's with me?
Hold up. I believe there was a point brought up about maybe finding a disguise for Jake. Is that still a possibility? Will people recognize him as a wizard?
Perel comes out of the bathroom with this on. Did somebody say disguise?
Billy comes running out of our bedroom with a lot of Perel's clothes, including a Hawaiian shirt and some extra cargo shorts. I think these would work really well.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this looks just like my closet at home.
Yeah, I was going to say, interestingly, you four would recognize the clothes that Billy brings out as a Hawaiian shirt with cargo shorts.
Why do you have these if you aren't familiar with our world?
Is Hawaii also universal?
I don't know. I mean, Perel, we just found them at a thrift store, and he wears them when he wants to look subtle and to blend in with the crowd.
Yeah, although nobody else is wearing this shit.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
So, I mean, you might be fine. Robes are normal enough, so you should be fine from being recognized as a wizard. You seem to be wearing, and he points at Megan, some sort of bug shell. That's going to be more of a problem, I think.
Does this speak wizard?
No, that speaks bug shell.
Oh my God, Vig says that's a person because he's been like.
And
Oh
I
yeah, Vin
love
can
it.
talk to
I'm
animals.
Dung beetle, so he's been speaking.
I'm here for it.
Wait a minute. I think I look over at him. You have okay. I see the gills. That's cool. This is a stupid question. Is the word druid a thing here?
And everybody stops. Everyone stops and looks at you.
I went. We said we went into other worlds, and I went into a world, and I was a druid, is what they called them there.
What was your tell?
I had ram horns. It's not nearly as useful as gills, dude.
He puts up a fist to pump.
I bump it.
Pretty sick, actually.
It was pretty sick, but like yours is way more useful. Like I couldn't pass. I was trying to be like, oh, I'll be a squirrel, but they're like, oh, look at that squirrel with some goddamn ram horns. Like it just didn't.
And then Tuck, he takes out his diary and he thinks he's not speaking out loud as he's writing. And he's like, "Dear diary, I just met the coolest guy I've ever met. His name is Tass. He has a cool shirt with guns and roses on it, plus a real gun. And also, he has ram horns sometimes in other worlds. Love, Tuck." And then he closes the book.
He signs his diary, Love Tuck.
Yeah, while we're talking about this, I think I want to look at Billy and Tuck and be like, what do you do then? What is your specialties?
Mine?
Yeah.
Billy's looking around thinking he's talking to someone else. Oh, me. I am but a humble thief and nothing more. Billy looks at Tuck should I tell him? Is it safe?
Yeah, Billy, it's fine. These people are fucked up and weird just like us, so you could tell them.
Okay.
Also, if they betray us, we could always just give the wizard guide to the light guard and as revenge.
As revenge. But they have a gun.
Yeah. And that is super cool that they have a gun. So I think that makes me trust them more.
That's true. Okay. Okay, Tuck said it's okay if I tell you I am a little fairy child and I have lived for a very long time. And in all of my thousands of years of life, I've never met anyone from a place called Indianapolis.
Oh, well.
Oh my God, I love you.
You are the cutest
Thank you.
thing I've ever seen.
Thanks. And Billy, shuffles on the floor and he gets embarrassed. He's like, I'm going to go over here now. I'm just going to hide.
And then Tuck rubs his back and he's like, "That was really good, Billy.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thanks.
Great job introducing yourself."
Thank you.
And then Tuck turns to Jake and he's like, "And I am a bouncer."
I'm looking Tuck up and down, having to crane my neck next to him. And I look over at Jake I wonder.
I didn't know there could be layers beneath the surface here.
Also, I'm in a bulk phase.
I look at Tuck, I say, I like your tree tattoo, and I pull down the side of my shirt and I show him mine on my shoulder.
Oh, cool. Is that a tree tattoo too?
Yeah.
Billy covers his eyes in case of nudity.
I just take my shirt off. Look at this tattoo in my arm.
Ving covers his eyes.
I'm just mumbling to the side as they're talking. This motherfucker is 3 feet deep.
That's a meter in our world.
And Perel goes, "And I am also here." Guys, are you going to introduce me?
This is our cool uncle, Perel. He used to be a wizard, but he can't do anything anymore.
Well, now hold on. I am temporarily without my ability. Let's not put too fine a point on it. Maybe it's just it's a stopgap in my life. Maybe it's because of some other people, and he kind of hooks a thumb at Tuck. Maybe other people have ruined other people's lives. And it's now their responsibility to aid them in solving that problem.
You gotta stop bringing this up, man. You can't keep doing this in front of new people and guests in the apartment. It's embarrassing when you bring up our stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's embarrassing when you slaughtered the magical entity within me with your shadow axe, which cut me off from the only power I ever had in my life.
Jesus.
Okay, for context for you guys and also for your listeners, Tuck says, what is going on is that in our world, there used to be wizards and they were all over the place. And then some people say they were kind of pieces of shit, like kind of imagine billionaire tech bros in your world. They're kind of like that. And then everybody hated them. So a thing called the Exodus happened where they all left the world and then it fucked up time and space and left us in essentially a post-apocalyptic environment where all technology stopped working. And Perel is maybe the only wizard in existence, but he was evil, so I had to kill the magic inside of him with this axe, which has 3 little spirit rocks inside of it called Terry, Larry, and Chad, and he lifts up his axe. Also, there is a church in this town called the Light Guard who hates wizards. That's why you, Beefcake, you gotta be careful. And he points at Jake.
Wait a minute. Is it just all magic, or is it just specific magic that wizards can do? Like, if I use my abilities, are I going to get in trouble?
Perel immediately says, absolutely. Don't exhibit any sort of incredible magical abilities in view of other people that you don't want to kill.
Shit. Okay, question 2. Is it just visible magic, or like, and then I use my telepathy to just say into the minds of everyone in the room? Or can I talk in people's minds like this? And they
Perel
can hear me without
screams.
saying it out loud.
We all scream.
It's me. It's still me. It's still me. It's always been me.
Wow,
That
that was
was-
amazing.
That, and he looks at everybody else. That felt really cool. Anybody else get kind of goosebumps when that happened?
I've never wanted to say that to Herb, so I'm appreciative that someone else brought it up first because I didn't want to come off weird, but you just went for it.
You can always tell me that I'm cool. I like hearing that I'm cool.
You know those wire scalp massager
Yes.
things? It felt
Yes.
exactly like that,
But on the inside.
but on the inside of my brain.
Yeah.
I haven't felt, and Perel looks, he walks over to the window and he puts his hand on the window. I haven't felt power like that course through my body and feels like years now. And he spins around and he points at Jake and Megan. You should change for sure. Come with me. And he walks you across the street to a staircase next to a cafe and up into a 1-room apartment with a rack, 2 racks, just full to bursting with clothes. He's like, take your pick.
And then the Pretty Woman song plays over this montage.
I'm not going to do it again because last time I tried to do it, they all told me that I was singing Mr. Sandman. So
It fucking sounded like Mr. Sandman. It was
okay, all right. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna
Okay.
try it. Dum 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 dum. Is that Pretty Woman or is that
Yes.
Mr. Sandman?
I
Mr.
had never
Sandman.
realized how close together those two are, but
God damn it!
no, I think you did the right one.
No,
though.
you did the right one because Mr. Salmon is bum 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 ba 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 ba.
Yes.
Pretty woman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Walking down the street.
I heard the same thing 2 times. So
yeah. Stop appreciating our GM. He's gonna think too highly of himself if you guys keep pumping his tires like this.
Can we just do Enter Sandman instead?
My shirt changes to freaking Metallica.
Mr. Sandman and Enter Sandman kind of have the same note structure. Anyway,
Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman. Okay, so yes, the Pretty Woman plays over this montage.
You broke Megan.
Please describe the disguises that you both put on.
My disguise is, I think, exactly what Billy offered me. I'm wearing super baggy cargo shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, and a pair of flip-flop sandals over the armor and clothes I arrived in and under the robe.
Dude, it's fucking hot here. This is a desert city. You're gonna get pretty slick under there.
Yeah, but I'm gonna look fucking rad.
I think you'll be fine because you have those flip-flops on and they're very nice and airy. So
Yeah. You dissipate 90% of your body heat through the feet. Everybody knows that.
yeah, everyone
all
knows.
know that.
Come on.
Yeah, in our world, that's true.
Hey, Megan, what do you come out wearing?
The same thing in a smaller size.
Tighter
Pharrell's just like, finally. People with sense. People with style.
You guys look like you're in a barbershop quartet that only does gigs on cruise liners.
They look like the cover of Twins.
or a barbershop duet that only sings Mr. Enter.
So Perel brings you two back to Kaj's condo and presents, do you understand now? And he gestures to his own clothes. Do you get it? Look at this. The peak of fashion. All right, fine.
And then Tuck says, you guys look like you're on the cover of Barbecue Dad's magazine.
Yeah, Jake went first, and then I didn't really know what else was acceptable here. And I thought this might tie maybe into a cute crop top. But then I also needed to cover the armor, so I think it works.
So the plan is to head back to the scene of the bus crash to see if you can figure anything out.
I'm like, can we head back to the rift now? And I put on a pair of white Oakleys to go with it and then head out the door.
So sick.
Tuck, you see someone put on the coolest piece of clothing you've ever seen.
And then Tuck opens his diary again. But we don't have to go through the whole thing because it is quite a long entry. And there is a poem in it.
You can't just say that and then not read us the poem.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So here's the poem. It's called An Ode to Shawn White.
Roses are red, Shawns are white.
Roses are red, Shawns are white. Violets are a different shade of white. I seem to be colorblind. The end.
Excellent. Incredible.
Love Tuck.
Right, you got to sign it off. Or the diary doesn't know the entry has ended. So you head back to the scene of the bus crash. The street around it is mostly devoid of civilians as they became terrified when the man in the leather jacket set off an explosion with his bare hands. But you do see kind of clustered around the bus and the sign, two separate groups of 3 light guard warriors. The 4 of you see, a variety of people wearing long white robes with the leather underneath that and brass colored pauldrons and a variety of kind of very utilitarian armor with sort of a seemingly religious kind of flair. One of them has a long spear and is poking the bus with the butt of the spear.
Is there people in there?
No, it seems like the people are gone. One of the windows is smashed.
Oh, no. People from Indianapolis are loose.
Perel looks
That's
at you.
what I've heard, too. Yeah.
They're also in unknown locations in the city.
So you see people investigating the sign in the bus. What do you do?
Do you want me to level with these people, or are we going to try to fancy talk this?
Should we handle this?
I mean, it seems like you guys probably at least kind of know their MO, so maybe you guys give it a shot and we can just kind of throw in helpful details if they come up.
Yeah.
And Tuck goes, cool move. Yeah, we'll take all the risk. Thanks.
Okay, let's walk up there.
Okay.
All right.
So you approach the bus and the 2 non-spear light guard see you coming and they turn and they start drawing their swords.
Whoa. Hey, we're the cleanup crew. We're here to get all this out of here. We work for the city of McCall. You guys called the city of McCall?
Yeah, the lower ward sent us. They said, get up there. There's some kind of trash on the streets. Haul it out. That's why they sent me, because I'm the beefiest guy there.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they sent me, so I could get all the little stuff off the ground.
Work smart, not hard. Anyways.
You got a big guy for the big stuff and a little guy for the little stuff. Everybody knows. All right, roll somebody give me a Defy Danger Charisma.
I will do that. 9.
9. Okay.
Oh, I'll aid. I'm the guy talking, so I'll aid.
2d6 plus bond.
I show him my my badge as a support worker down from the sticks.
Right.
So I've got like a ID badge. 10.
So that makes it a 10, and the light guard warrior in front of you goes, God, the city doesn't tell us anything. All right, fine. Well, just make it quick, okay? Don't call us again. Don't involve us in this at all. We're not interested.
Whoa, duly noted.
I don't like this. He points at the bus and he goes, I don't like that. And he points at the sign and goes, I don't like that.
There's a croc on the ground. I definitely don't like that. Whatever the hell that is.
What does the Welcome to Indianapolis sign look like?
It is a big, flat piece of sheet metal. It's kind of got a very confusingly asymmetrical red shape on it. And it's blue. And the writing is white, and it just says, Welcome to Indianapolis. And underneath that, it says, Crossroads of Amirisa.
Amirisa. Beautiful.
Oh my God. And yeah, Billy, actually, you look at this, and you're really staring hard at it. And after a few seconds of you just really straining your eyes, you are able to glean what this sign is trying to tell you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
You're not really sure, but you are just subconsciously able to determine the information that this sign is trying to convey.
I wonder if this is the blending of worlds that she talked about.
Could be Billy himself is blending with another version of Billy that knows how to read.
The Amirisa version. Weird.
Tass, Jake, Megan, and Kim, you see these 6 warriors wander off, looking very curmudgeonly, and they seem to leave this part of the street clear, and you're able to approach freely. Yeah.
Kim, are you getting any flashes or anything now that we're looking at this stuff? I don't know how it works here.
Yeah, I don't know how it works here either. I want to go up to the side of the bus and touch it and try to see if I can use my object reading ability. This is a bit larger than an object, but it's still touching a... Yeah.
I'd count that, yeah.
Okay.
I also forgot you had this move.
Yep. That's a 10.
10.
Nice.
See up to 2 images associated with the object's past.
Just mundane bus routes.
Yeah, just bus stuff, you know.
One guy says, I'm going to speed it up.
You hear, a young woman with brown hair walks to the driver at the front and says, if this goes under 50 miles an hour, it's going to explode.
Oh, no.
No, you tell me one image that you see.
I guess what I would like to see is the moment where this bus entered this realm, like crossed into this world.
Yeah, I mean that totally works for me. Sort of
Okay.
the road that the bus is traveling down, which looks like suburban Indianapolis. Yeah, you see it pass a sign that says Raymond Street, and then that sign turns to a wooden post that says Cliffside, and the street turns to like sand and sandstone with wooden and stone buildings around it, and then that shifts again back to Raymond Street, and then it shifts to about 2 stories above those buildings as it careens down towards street level. And you see an image of a lush green field next to what you obviously recognize as an interstate, and a man who looks like he's from this city that you've arrived in, wearing like simple workman's clothes, waking up in the grass and looking around blearily.
Oh, man. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I thought maybe this bus went through like a portal or something, but no, it's like exactly what I saw in my vision. I saw this bus driving on a street in Indianapolis, and then it flashed to like a cobblestone street here, and then flashed back to Indianapolis, and then back to this world, and then it crashed.
So it's just like, I mean, it's literally just
Overlapping.
converging. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It sounds like there's something wrong with possibly the spirit realm. I would like to do a communion with the Whispers. Are we going to be here long enough?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like you can be communing with the spirits of this area while everyone is poking around.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, while Ving does that, if we can spout lore on some things or discern realities.
Yeah, actually, great time for discern realities. Paul, you roll up Communion of Whispers.
Okay, I'm going to roll plus my wisdom. And then I get granted vision of significance. Unless I fail, and then it's traumatizing. And it looks like I got traumatized.
No.
I got a 6.
Can I help?
Potentially, if you can tell me how Billy would be able to help with this spiritual communion.
Can I sort of use like my little fairy in and out between those realms to help him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think some sort of like physical contact thing, because that isn't it. Like Billy hasn't learned to control that ability yet, but he remembers it happening at the tower.
Yeah, so I'm going to try that because I can tell Ving is concentrating really hard.
So yeah, 2d6 plus bond.
7. So
just skirted through. So that 7 makes Ving's 6 a 7. So you see desert, clearly the desert outside McCall, like in the direction of what we would know as the city of Wickport. And you see similar disturbances, like there's a cactus and it changes into a phone booth for a second before turning back into a cactus. And then there is a man standing in the desert. He steps very lightly onto the ground. He's not there one moment, and then the next moment he touches down. He's wearing very dark utilitarian clothes, and he looks around, and then he starts walking towards the city. And Billy, you wanted to roll discern realities?
yes, I do. And what is discern realities with?
Wisdom. 2d6 plus wisdom.
Okay. God. 4.
Huh. Okay.
So
actually, Billy, I think that you feel you're kind of walking around after you help Ving with this. You feel him connecting with the spirits of this area, and you kind of look at the bus and you look at the sign that you can somehow read, and you feel a sensation very similar to what you felt at the Eye of the Storm when you left your body, but it hurts. And the discomfort that puts you in is going to give you a debility to your wisdom, as you're just like your mind is swimming, as it feels like you're kind of being pulled in two directions somehow.
Oh yeah, feels like like I pulled a muscle, but inside my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and you see just a couple cherry tree petals like fall to the ground in front of you.
Fall off of me.
Yeah, seem to fall out of your hair.
Okay.
Critshow crew, you see Ving hit the ground and start meditating as Billy kind of walks over and gives him like a little pat on the back, and then he stumbles a bit as this sensation takes hold and a couple cherry blossoms fall out of his hair.
There's somebody coming. They're not far from here. They're in the desert. I don't know. They might be from your world. They're dressed similarly to the way you were dressed when you first got here.
And they didn't seem surprised to be here?
Not from what the vision granted me, but it was pretty murky.
Dude, you get visions too?
Hell yeah, you a vision guy?
Yeah, kinda.
Did you get anything from this person entering the world in the desert? They were dressed like this, and he takes way too long building like an avatar out of like wreckage.
With his elemental mastery, he's just
he's
pulling up sticks and logs.
And then he's like taking a step back and he like has like a beret on for a moment, and he's like, okay, and so he builds like a pretty good statue with like the parts that would be characteristic of this character. Does this look familiar to you?
Does this figure look familiar to anything that I saw in that vision?
The features look vaguely similar to the man that you saw on the side of the road.
Yeah, I saw this guy too.
So in the vision here, that guy seemed to be like appearing here, but in Kim's vision, that guy seemed to be appearing in Indianapolis.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was lying down in a field of grass?
Mm-hmm. Like next to an interstate.
Did this version of this person in Kim's vision look confused or perplexed?
Yeah, Kim, you would say so. He looked like he wasn't sure where he was.
I wonder if this is like his fault. Maybe like by accident, but maybe something is like duplicated this guy and he's on 2 planes at once, so it's trying to like make those planes exist in the same place.
Something like that.
We got to find him.
I want to grab a bird that's cleaning itself in a little bird bath there. And then I'm like, I am so sorry, my friend, blah, blah. And I'm whispering like very nicely to him and say, you are respected. And then go. Whisper something to him, then send him up in the eye. Eye of the tiger. That's what it's called.
And Tuck is a little bit embarrassed because Ving is doing this in front of strangers. And he's just like, he's a druid and he talks to animals and he could kind of see through their eyes sometimes. But he has to like put his spit on them.
I mean, whatever works.
Man, I wish that I could talk to animals and just be able to like tell cats how much I love them.
Me too.
And Ving, you pop into the eyes of this little like finch for a second, and you throw it into the air, and it flies up into the sky, and then immediately back down and lands next to a bakery and starts pecking at a loaf of bread that was thrown out into the alley.
Yeah. I should have gone after feeding time. I got nothing.
You realize you didn't tell the bird to do anything. You just marked it and then let it go.
Yeah, I just kind of spit on it.
The one thing he did say was, you are respected, and then he let it go.
So he's gone on a path. I hope to see this bird go to college.
It's like when people put a GoPro on a dog's collar just to see what their day's like from their perspective.
Yeah,
exactly.
Damn it. Nothing. I got nothing, guys. Sorry. So you had to see that.
If we try and head towards where this guy's coming from, is that like, are we going to die out there? Like, is this an inhospitable desert to the point that we would be walking to our deaths?
No, you wouldn't. Wickport is up the Tallow Road. So there's a road that was built by the Giants in the old days that goes all the way up there. And it's made out of wax. Did we say the Tallow Road was made out of wax?
No.
Yeah, it's not.
Why would you make a road out of wax in a desert?
I know what you're thinking, you rubes, new to town rubes. You think it's made out of wax. It's not. Anyway, it's a pretty well-traveled road. There's like a bunch of concession stands and rest stops. You could go to Coconut Joe's. You could go to... there's a place called McDolland's.
We have not spoken of McDolland's before.
There's an Is there an Uffs up there? Uffs up there?
There's Uffs, yeah. There's King of Burgers is on the way.
Do you have a cheeseburger in paradise?
Yes.
Nice.
They shut down here. They opened there. I mean, it's...
The man in the desert is Jimmy Buffett, and he's just found a better investment opportunity in this world.
Oh, my God. And you're dressed exactly like him.
This is going to work out great.
He knows where we stand.
Mr. Buffett, I know all the words to boat drinks. You have to come with us.
We jump forward to you two and him and just playing the shell game with your physical bodies, trying to confuse the light guard.
Which one's the real Jimmy Buffett?
Take the shot. Taz is standing there with a gun. Which one's the real one?
Oh, no. He and Megan both lost their shakers of salt.
Tell me something only the real Jimmy Buffett would know.
What's going down in Margaritaville? Tell me. Is that the right white artist?
Yeah, you got him.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what do we should do a little head off path here, right? Try to get ahead of this guy and see who he is.
I mean, it seemed like he was coming to us, but let's go meet him off of the pass before he gets to town.
Yeah. We don't want to lose him in the city, I guess.
Yeah, and if your vision was like accurate and he seemed like calm here, then I wonder if this is like a evil version of him here and like a good version of him on our world or something, and like maybe he's gonna Terminator through this city. Terminator's a movie with a robot. Never mind.
Terminator. We have the word Terminator, so that tracks.
Okay.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go head him off at the pass.
Wait, should we try and find the other guy, Confused Twin? Let's call them Confused Twin and Normal Twin. Should we try and find Confused Twin?
Can I try to use my Farsight to see the whereabouts of Confused Twin?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Glad it's stuck.
When you take a few minutes to enter a trance in order to see the whereabouts of a person, yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Sick.
Because you're familiar with what this guy looks like.
That's an 8.
Okay, so you can't see and hear, but you can see this guy.
Okay.
And what you see is an image that seems to take place a couple hours probably after, based on the light. You can tell that this is probably a couple hours after when you first saw him. And he's wandering through what you know as downtown Indianapolis. He seems terrified, but he's just like bumping into people, and he like grabs a guy and is like talking to him, and the guy pushes him away, and he's just aimlessly wandering through the streets.
Yeah, confused twin is feeling very afraid in downtown Indianapolis.
Do you guys do we give a shit about that guy or what?
I mean, I guess we can't do anything because he's not here.
Yeah, it sounds like he's like whole ass in our world, or at least what part of it hasn't merged with this one yet. So
Yeah.
we should try to find the one that's close first, right? And then see if we get any context, maybe?
I mean, like, we've got a team back in our... Like, can we try the doorknob and see if we can at least go, like, tell Anastasia or something that there's, like, a random extraplanar man lost in this city and maybe do something about him, and then we can come back and help with this one? Can I have the doorknob, please? I say to the confused silence surrounding me.
Yeah.
Ving, give the nice man the doorknob.
Yeah. Yeah, the doorknob. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's patting himself down. Doorknob.
Okay.
Doorknob.
You-
Doorknob.
No.
You've done this. You've done this to yourself, Paul. Roll 2d6 plus wisdom.
Oh, no.
Doorknob. Doorknob. No. Yeah, no, I have. I always lose my doorknob. Okay. Here it is. I got a 13.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
He reaches behind Jake's ear and goes, "Here's your doorknob."
Is this your doorknob?
I'm like, ooh, no, stop it. Focus. Okay. There's a wizard. Everyone, wizard here. Yeah, I want to take the doorknob and just go to like the nearest door and start trying to remove its doorknob and put this one on.
That's on the hat shop.
Yeah. So you walk up to what looks to be a millinery with a bunch of fancy hats of various makes in the window, and it's got a doorknob on it. You just start trying to remove it.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You just remove it. There's nobody in the store, so pop, slam it on. Rev, what happens?
So, Jake, you put in the doorknob and turn it, and it opens, and Trog is standing there, like, crouched down, like he had just been staring at where the doorknob would be. Oh, good. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. I'm glad to know that we could come back this way. What happened when like the door broke?
What do you mean?
Like when it closed, was it just a whole door again on your side?
Yeah. Like, it's... The way I understand it is like the back side of the door is always our door, and then the front side of the door is whatever. So
it like broke like the front bottom half, like a quarter of a door?
yeah, like when the door slammed, it was still a whole door, even though for a moment it wasn't.
Okay.
Hi, Trog!
Hey, how's it? That big guy was really excitable.
Yeah, he's over here if you want to wave hello.
And you see the giant goblin like poke his head in the door. He's like, "Hello."
And Tuck waves. He's like, "Hi, Trog."
Hey, I'm sorry, you know my name. What's your name? I hate to be rude.
I'm Tuck. I'm Tacoma Dome, is my full name. And I am a barbarian. I'm 6'7" feet.
Yeah, I've never seen many people taller than me. Look at you.
I'm in a bulk phase right now.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
But now that I've got this door open, do I have a way to get back to Indianapolis right now? Because
Yeah, because you would use your doorknob.
and I can open my way back.
Yep.
Okay.
The last person, whenever you go through, it takes you to the last place you opened from.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I wasn't sure if any of that was going to have been screwed up by breaking the door.
No,
and
you're
whatnot. Cool. Okay. Yeah. I'll turn back to the rest of the squad here. I mean, it seems like this will work. I'd love to go give warning about that other guy just in case, but I don't know like who should go. Should I just go alone? Should somebody else besides me go? I mean, I am like kind of wanted and easily murderable here. It seems like so.
Yeah. You just go take care of it. I mean, either let Anastasia know, or maybe it'd be quicker to just find this guy. We don't know how much time has passed.
Okay. I mean, I can go try and track him down. Worst case scenario, I could just like trap him in place for a while until we resolve our stuff and then come back. Kim, can you tell me like where were the two times you saw him? Like maybe I can, draw a line and figure out where he's ended up.
Yes, and Kim, the not Indianapolis native, but I will tell you those locations.
Okay.
Big says, wait, before you go, I want you to take this. And he unties the saffron braided rope from the end of his spear. And he says, we have demons in our world, and this might do something to control whatever he might be. Just in case, maybe this comes in handy. And he flings you the lasso rope.
I catch it, and then I hold it up to Tass to see if it does anything to Tass, the demon.
That guy's a fucking demon? Are you kidding me?
This guy just keeps getting cooler.
Yeah, I hold it up and like a thanks. I'll let you know if this comes in handy.
I need that back.
Okay, you got it.
And Tuck walks up in a very similar fashion. He's like, and I want you to take this with you too, okay? I think this will keep you safe. And he reaches into his little backpack and he pulls out a half of a foot-long stub. And he's like,
Yes!
it's sweet onion chicken teriyaki, okay? It's like the best kind.
I'm already taking a bite out of it as I just moonwalk through the door back into the inn. This rules.
So as Jake moonwalks into the door, Trog is like, well, do you want me to just leave this open? You guys coming or going?
I mean, as long as you guys keep the doorknob on your side, you can plug it back in and let me back through.
Yeah, but how do we know when?
Wait, what if I mark Eye of the Tiger Jake?
Oh.
And then I'll know when his mission's complete. I'll be able to see, hopefully. I don't know if it works between worlds. I mean, maybe it will. And then he pins him down like a bully and starts dribbling slowly. No.
Why you do that?
No,
Open your mouth, nerd.
Okay.
This is hotter than I thought it would be.
No, it's classic. Spits in his hand, puts it out.
That's less hot.
Reflexively, I spit in my hand too, even though I don't think it makes a difference. And I shake it back.
Oh, no, it won't work. You've diluted his
Watered it
DNA.
Canceled it out.
Stop with the counter spells.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and Ving, you mark Jake, and even through the threshold of this clearly unusual door, you're able to sense through Jake's eyes.
Neat. I will not do anything inappropriate.
Yeah.
So you come in, and Trog closes the door and takes a step back.
Hey, Tuck, while he's gone, you want to play with the gun?
100% yes.
Smash cut to the dump. There's a bunch of cans set up on a log.
And Muse's supermassive black hole is playing over a montage of us just smashing shit and blowing up bottles.
Jake, so you touch the doorknob on this side, and you open it up into Indianapolis. Where did you all enter from?
The subterranean lair?
So you come into the subterranean lair and head up. Are you trying to catch this guy on foot? You getting into your car?
Does my car live right now?
The IPT Cruiser does.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Don't call it my car. Yeah, I should go on wheels.
So you climb in the car and start heading in the direction of the two crossroads that Kim told you about. And sure enough, after a couple of minutes, you see this man that she described. And he is looking around. It's almost like he's listening to something. He's stopped, and there are people like moving around him, trying to get through to their jobs and stuff. And he's, oh, I see. And it seems like he's talking to someone or listening to someone who isn't there.
I will pull over on the curb and roll down the window and say, excuse me.
Oh, hello.
Hi, are you lost?
I think so.
Okay, well, why don't you hop in here? I can help you get where you're trying to go.
How do I get in?
Just come around this side. I'll point and I'll just lean over and open the passenger side door for him.
And as you open up the passenger side door, he leans in and lightning fast grabs your wrist, flings you out of the car into the side of the building.
Shit.
You take 2 points of damage, armor defeating.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
And he stands up straight and turns and looks at you, and his demeanor has changed. There is no more of this confusion, this lack of focus, and he begins to walk towards you in a very slow and steady gait.
And I think that's where we're going to end it for this week.
What is it?
Cool.
Arm.
No, let's do another little scene with Tuck.
Wow, gang.
Pretty spicy stuff.
Huh? Pretty cool. You know what? I think I want to hear more. Where would I go to do that?
You'd go, Shawn. Wait, well, maybe let's listen over to Rev to see what he thinks.
Rev, what do you think I would do if I wanted to hear more of where this beautiful story is going?
Listen, as Paul Anka once said, and that's the rest of the story. I almost said Steve Harvey at first, and that's not right at all.
What is this reference?
He's referencing Paul Anka, a 90-year-old man.
What is happening in your life, Rev?
I don't know.
He's got Turner Classic Movies on 24/7.
If you want to hear the second episode, because obviously this story's not finished, you can go over to the Critshow's feed, and episode 2 is live right now. Go listen.
And subscribe to their feed.
Yeah, subscribe to their feed, subscribe to our feed. Do it all.
Do it all. Subscribe to both, because both feeds are great.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish. In June of 2020, an amateur podcaster disappeared from the Carson National Forest while searching for the legendary Finn treasure.
But he was adamant that he was onto something big. He was obsessed. He showed her some hand-drawn map to a treasure out in northern New Mexico.
The Subjective Truth is part treasure hunt, part paranormal docudrama. Starring Addison Peacock as Graham Anderson.
Back at home, I placed the box on the counter, and I just stared at it for a while. You'd never be able to guess its social impact on the human race by looking at its simplistic design.
UFOs, ghosts, reincarnation, and liars. This is The Subjective Truth. Subscribe now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.